Did y'all niggas hear what Peter Rosenberg had to say about this shit?
I did not.
And I don't know Peter Rosenberg, and I love Hot 97, but
I don't listen to anything Peter Rosenberg has to say in regards to Kendrick.
No, he said some ill shit. He said that Bruno Mars shouldn't have won as many Grammys as he won because it was a parody album based off of New Jack Swing, but then Ebro dived into 444 had great samples too, so. I'm just being a producer and a songwriter. If I sample something, whether I interpolate it or do anything, like it's still a sample. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a parody, my nigga. Like,
right.
Well, since you
444 was super sample based.
Parody sounds crazy.
Bruno's was a whole interpretation of what New Jack Swing was in this era, I suppose. He was really taking a whole genre and copying it. But
so I'm a copycat for every song that I've done.
No,
that you guys love. That I remade something.
Get the fuck out.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Puff Daddy, Biggie, Notorious Big is not supposed to be held at the plateau he is because he sampled Juicy, my nigga, and that is a real rip. Nothing changed in that Juicy. Nothing changed in Juicy at all. Let's be clear. Like it might have been a snare here, or a kick there, but nothing changed.
So since you guys brought the conversation here, I want to go to this Billboard article that was released about a quote from Bon Iver. Am I saying that name correctly?
Close enough,
I think so. Yeah, close enough.
And this says, in the wake of last night's Grammys, Bon Iver's Justin Vernon took to Twitter to decry the event as, quote, for the music industry. In a series of tweets sent after performing in Mexico, blah, 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 blah. All right, here's what he said. He said, Mr. Mars made a name in the industry by making hits out of hits of yesteryear, Vernon wrote. So no real need to be mad, even at the Grammys. He also mentioned SZA, who didn't win last night despite being the most nominated female artist, advising her to, quote, move on from this shit show. He also criticized Recording Academy, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't matter. But what do you think about him saying... You know, I guess that in some way is similar to what Rosenberg is saying. Bruno Mars made an album of hits out of records that were already hits. Should he not be credited the way that he is or applauded the way that he is? Anybody?
Oh, I'd let Berg speak to that first.
Please. Bon Iver, suck my dick.
That's funny.
Give him one more. Fuck it.
And I'm sorry, anybody I offended with that, but that shit is like, yeah, suck my dick.
I think you would have had to say that quote years ago. Saying it now in 2018, doesn't really hold much weight to me because that's been going on forever.
He said this in regards to Bruno sweeping the awards.
Mm-hmm.
He's bugging, man. I don't know. It's not like it was even samples. It's influenced by New Jack Swing, maybe heavily influenced by New Jack Swing, but
what is wrong with that?
Right, nothing is wrong with that.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Everybody that's talking about this New York shit, let's bring the old energy back. Let's bring that old.
But wait, why
back.
is that New York shit?
It's not. But I think that Uptown, like that whole little vibe or whatever, it was curated here. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, from Teddy Riley with Aaron Hall and what they were doing.
New Jack Swing is from New York.
Like that was a New York thing.
Yeah.
So if we restore the feeling,
I meant people saying, "Yo, let's bring that sound back." I don't think that's a New York sentiment.
No,
today.
Well, when they say that, it's different sounds they're talking about. It's different energy that they talking about. I think that Bruno is just an amazing overall artist. Like if you ever see his live performances, if you ever see listen to his music, he's a band. Like, I mean, I'm not mad at Bruno winning these Grammys.
There's nothing different from Bruno doing what he's doing. Look at his catalog. If Kendrick goes and does To Pimp a Butterfly, and it's just that. This was Bruno's project. You know what I'm saying? Like it was,
like one of these rock bands doing blues songs and shit. They win Grammys. No one gives a fuck.
What about the dude that year that won? I think he won a bunch of Grammys. He had the band, the white dude. What was his name?
That's every year.
In the
Hootie and a Blowfish?
No, it was something.
You got to give me a little more than.
He was on his
something.
He was on his real like 60s like zoot suit shit. He used to wear like the funny hair. I forgot his. I'm gonna get his name, but he won a bunch of Grammys, bringing back that whole type of sound. And I didn't see nobody saying that back then.
That's what I'm saying. Even rest in peace, Amy Winehouse bringing back the Motown sound. Like, come on, people have been bringing back sounds forever.
And to Berg's point, if this was the first time we ever knew about Bruno Mars, and this is all we had to reference,
but I don't.
Then
think,
you can make a case. He has made great music outside of that sound and been successful.
I don't. With a B.O.B. record.
I want to keep this in perspective. I don't think anybody is angry at his style of making music. I think he referenced that only in regards to him sweeping the event.
If he was black, nobody would say shit.
Is Bruno black? Is he deemed? Well, his perception.
That nigga is like he's like
And
a light purple.
No. His soul level is on a whole nother plateau than anything. But I just think that.
Oh, come on, Atlantic. I never even heard that phrase before. His soul level.
Think about okay. On the soul,
don't come up here fucking bigging up your label, nigga.
No, but on a soul,
what's his soul level? What's my soul level?
You don't have a soul.
Which music am I choosing?
I have a soul.
Yo, listen, but to go from the soul, like in Just the Way You Are, that record, you know what I'm saying? To this, it's no like disconnecting that. Like I
love Bruno Mars, so any jokes I have about him is just for the fuck of it.